The Apostle James, the half-brother of Jesus, writes the book of James with the purpose of getting in your life and challenging how you live it. James 1:22 is a reminder to be doers of the word and not just hearers. Hearing the word and not doing it is like looking in a mirror, turning around, and forgetting what you look like. Hey everyone, and welcome to Greater Than. Jesus teaches us to love God and to love people. This wasn't just his teaching, it was the center of his movement and the way he lived his life. Here at Greater Than, our mission is to create a movement that will encourage people to reach the least of these by he who is greater than. Now, with all that said and done, I want to share some interesting facts with you. Did you know that in the world, over 2 billion people use a water source that is usually contaminated with feces? Also, did you know that in developing countries, women spend several hours trying to look for water, and the source of that water is usually also contaminated? The worst fact of them all is that every minute a child dies of a water-related disease. Needless to say, this is an important issue. Now, why am I telling you this? You and I both know we can't change the world in a day, but there is something we can do. We will be traveling with a team to Africa this November to adopt a village named Avunu. This village inhabits over 700 people, all who live off of the land. This makes the water contamination issue much more prevalent. Now, more than giving them a water well and clean water at their fingertips, we believe that we're bringing a hope to this village that they didn't even know existed. Families and mothers who had to travel distances to a pond to try to get water for their families, much of all which is contaminated, they will now have fresh and clean water at their fingertips. They won't have to use the water that their animals stand on to grow their crops or bathe their children, but they'll have a clean fountain of water to use for their crops, to bathe with, to feed their children, and to drink out of. So, more importantly out of all of this, the entire village will experience a drastic decrease in all of their illness and diseases. Now that's something to really rejoice about. And it's not something that only we are doing, but it's something you can be a part of. Again, you and I cannot save the world, but we can join together to cause a ripple effect. With every dollar we spent trying to save the water crisis in the world, $8 are generated, reducing healthcare costs, time, and productivity. The Avunu village is a place to start. Get involved by making your donation today of any kind and helping us adopt this beautiful village. Click on the donate button here found on our page and visit our website at www.greaterthanonline.org to get connected. And remember to join the movement to reach the least of these by he who is greater than.